chapter 10, text 17, Tatrapi karmanam kartur aswatantram cha lakshate bhoktusya dukha sukhayo konyorda vyavasam bhajet. Although the performer of fruitive activities desires perpetual happiness, it is clearly observed that materialistic persons are often unhappy and only occasionally satisfied, thus proving that they are not independent or in control of their destiny. When a person is always under the superior control of another, how can he expect any valuable results from his own fruitive actions? So, the information given here, the people are generally, most of us, out of 100 people, 99% people, because Vaishnavas may not be 1% of the population. Is 1% of population Vaishnavas in India? Are there 1% population in India Vaishnavas? No. Decimal. Because they are almost like 140 crores. What is 1% in 140 crores? Huh? So in India are there 1.4 crore ISKCON followers? Huh? Not even 1/4. See? So here, almost everybody, even so-called devotees, we are also not pure devotees. We also have some expectation, this and that, some facility, some remuneration. Devotees take salary. Devotees, they do seva with condition. Only under this condition, otherwise I will just pack up my luggage and go. This is this kind of devotees. So these are all called, we are all called Sakam Bhaktas. Sakam Bhaktas. And they are not Bhaktas, they are Sakam Karmis, only working for fruitive results. Whereas we do some bhakti. Most of the devotees are doing bhakti because they are disgusted with this world. Not that you are attracted to Krishna, not that you are attracted, but we are frustrated with the world. So I don't want to put my nose into the same thing again, at least about myself. I'm practicing bhakti not out of pure devotion, but because I'm fried, I'm disgusted with the world. And I'm doing devotional service. But is the mind naturally inclined for devotional service? That is not there. People think, oh, Sukadeva Maharaj is very always on time, always enthusiastic. That's okay, outside. But what about inside? Inside, is your mind naturally attracted to Krishna? Very big thing. If somebody is naturally attracted to, ఏం చేస్తున్నాం మైండ్ కోసం పుస్తకం మైండ్ నా ఇంగ్లీష్ వచ్చు కదా మీకు మైండ్ నిద్రపోవడం అంతే, తలకాయ పుస్తకాలు పెట్టడం, నిద్రపోవడం. She is MSc botany. English మాట్లాడడం నేర్చుకోండి. So this is called little Adav Shraddha, Sadhu Sangha, Bhajana Kriya, Anardha Nivritti. Anardha, there are two kinds. One is external anardhas, directly go for tea, coffee, beedi, cigarette, direct, and or sex life, whatever, directly, shamelessly. Or the shameless desires are inside, but you don't want to act on them. You want to tolerate them. If you are just tolerating, anytime there can be an explosion if you are not careful. Now you are careful, so tolerate. Very careless, immediately fall down, act on them. So, anardha, nivritti. The anardhas are physically avoided, but subtle anardhas, they are not in your control. But only pray, Krishna, today, tomorrow, day after tomorrow, go on, go on, go on. Because only physically doing, you can stop it, because that is in your hands. But mentally, the mind is jumping, the mind is flickering. So, you can only try Hare Krishna, like that. So, everybody almost in the present situation, both devotees and non-devotees. Non-devotees, obviously. Devotees, not so obviously. For outsiders, you look like a devotee. But we are not. So, this is the problem. The nature of fruity activity. Although the performer of fruity activities desires perpetual happiness, the whole idea, whether we are doing devotional service, whether people are doing fruitive activities. In the 12th chapter of the Bhagavad Gita, Mayyeva mana adasa mai buddhim nivesaya nivasishyati mayyeva atavodhanna samsaya. Krishna is saying, the best thing is that always, Mayyeva mana adasa, my buddhim, both your activities and your thoughts. Your activities and thoughts all have to be doubted. Mayyeva mana adasa, my buddhim, nivasishyasi mayyeva. If you can manage your life to, that means don't give up on yourself. No matter how stupid your mind is, but because you are the holy name, so that means holy name can do anything for you. So don't worry about your filthy mind, stupid mind, foolish mind, materialistic mind. Don't worry. Don't cooperate with your mind. Don't take association of your mind. Naturally, like Radheshyam's lecture is listening, but that is only for some time. Rather than associating with the mind, your own mind. The mind you will associate with your, everybody is associating with their mind. No? And depending on the mind, your behavior is there. Whatever behavior, excited, moody, angry, disturbed, all association of the mind. So, Mayyeva manadasya maybuddhim nivesaya nivasishyati mayyeva. One lifetime, that means human life means go on working on your mind. Go on working on your mind. It doesn't matter how many books you have distributed. Like one time, Tamal Krishna Maharaj, Prabhupada Vyasa Puja, everybody was reading big scores. This many books, that many books. Good, very good. They are giving opportunity for others to save themselves. We don't know all the books you give out, pay anybody is reading or not. In this city, 3 times your groups came. And every time we said, we made the hit, we made the target, 5,000 plus, 5,000 plus. But not one guy comes here to say that I'm convinced by the books we got, and now we want to take interest in devotional service. Not one person. We must have distributed lakhs of pamphlets for the last 20 years. Very beautiful pamphlet we made. That guy can read, Telugu fellow. He can read. Take a pamphlet and read. The whole ISKCON philosophy is there. Did you read anytime? ISKCON Nellore pamphlet. See, the devotee doesn't read. Public, why do they just put some pakoda on that eat and throw it away? When devotee doesn't read, how do you expect? Devotee, whenever you find some pamphlet, whenever I find a pamphlet, immediately I read it. Because there may be some gem of an idea there, we don't know. Like yesterday, this Rai Sekar showed me some routinely he wanted to print. I took it in my hand. He just thought that I will say okay. But I did not say okay. That I showed 6 changes. It is said Jagannath will go on the road once a year, but Jagannath is not going. Routinely, pamphlet is getting printed. So devotee, whenever he takes something, he has a scanning eye. As you advance in bhakti, you are always, don't take things for granted. If you are an advanced devotee, every day, everything, this is the right way to do it. So I saw many things in that pamphlet, and 6 changes, because that information doesn't agree with the Radha Yatra we are doing. So change it. So everybody is fruity worker. Mayeva manadasya may buddhim nivasishyasi mayatam. Atachittam samadhatum nasaknoshi mayistiram abhyasa yogena tato. What can you do if your mind is restless? Then you can try to discipline it. It says abhyas. Abhyasapi asamardhasi. You cannot practice devotional service also. No. Let's say today I was reading some big scandal in Western India Divisional Council, Western India. And every now and then, some scandal in ISKCON, Patna scandal, and Delhi scandal, Pune scandal. Don't think because Pune is a big temple, there is Radhesham and all that, scandals are not going on. Everybody knows. It goes on. Radhesham may be there, but devotees have their own mentality, they have their own mind. And then we do what is called, we have to do it, repair mode. Somehow something happens, and then you start trying to rectify it. Damage mode. Damage has taken place, and now you try to correct it. After all, material world. The whole thing is one has to take sadhana very seriously. Like a morning I was watching, he came, so many old people were here, but this young man with saffron clothes, he came halfway in the Mangalarti. You have to answer Prabhupada. Why you have come like that? Because if you are not serious, then you think it's okay. Otherwise you want to go, you go. But if you are, I have to be there in the Mangalarti 5 minutes before the curtain opens. So, if you are in the temple, and all your other things, sleep later, whatever, do things later. Suppose I am an old man, 70 years, body is slow, then accordingly you have to plan. No. I cannot give the excuse, I am 70 years old man. I will come. Then others will see the example. Others will see the example. Somehow, because as a devotee, your first and foremost duty is your items of devotional service. Now, if you are in the temple, attend Mangalarti on time, and then attend Sringar Darshan Bhagavatam class on time, and chant your rounds before prasad. Somehow you complete your rounds before you go for your prasad. Do it. And then again in the evening, Sandhya Arti and class. This much. Other things, your other services. So he's saying, Abhyasapi asamardhosi, matkarma paramo bhava. So we are also asamardha in doing our sadhana. We are not fit for wearing, I'm not fit for wearing sannyas clothes. What can I do? But already sannyas is given. My Guru Maharaj called me. Radhanath Swami was there. Radhanath Swami is my sannyas guru. So my Guru Maharaj called me, Radhanath Swami was also there. Sukadeva Swami, you want to marry or don't want to marry? Because I was in ISKCON for already 6-7 years. And doing things seriously. So he asked, that time I was a young man, 30. You want to marry or don't marry? Why did he ask that question? Can you answer? Why did he ask me that question? So he asked me the question because to know if you have to marry at a right time. Not that when you are 60 years old and now I want to become a grostha. Mess. How the whole thing will go on. So, if you at all want to marry, finish it before 35 years. 35 years, maximum limit. After that, forget about it. Somehow you drag on, you pull on, you manage. Otherwise, you will make a bigger mess. Already it is a mess. And you get into a bigger mess by marrying at that age. So, they want to, at that time I was Srinivas Acharya, and not sannyasi, because he was asking me whether you want to marry or not. Obviously, I'm not a sannyasi. So he asked me. I said, I gave a tricky answer. Guru Maharaj also gave a tricky answer. I said, I don't like marriage, but I'm also not ready for sannyas. I don't like marriage. At the same time, I'm not free from the thoughts of marriage. I don't like it, but I'm not free. But it's a tricky answer. I don't want to take sannyas. I'm not fit for sannyas, but I want to. Then he said, all right, you take sannyas, and somehow you will manage it. He said, no, you take sannyas, then you will struggle. Because you are an Indian body, sannyas, foreigners may fall down, and Indian body taking sannyas and falling down, it becomes a bigger message. If American falls down, poor fellow American, if an Indian sannyasi falls down, it becomes a big, big news. No? Don't you have knowledge? Don't you know what is your status? And why did you take sannyas? And your mind is not clearly strong. Is that right? An Indian has a higher responsibility in spiritual life. Foreigners, you have to forgive them because they're doing some things. So then they said, they pushed me. You take sannyas and you will manage. And so I'm struggling to go on. So the point is, abhyasya asamadhasya matkarma parmabhava. Don't wear saffron clothes. Don't be full-time. Don't be full-time. You can practice bhakti while working also. Then nobody will look at you. At the moment you're full-time, then everybody, this guy is practicing brahmacharya. So he's saying, mat karma paramo bhava, madadamapi karmani kurvan siddhim avapsasi. So it's okay. Like we may not be wearing saffron clothes and all, and we look like a karmi going to office, this and that. But the understanding is there, and you are preparing. You are preparing for that. Mat karma paramo. Kurvan siddhim also. Then he says, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat, Shreyo hi jnanam abhyasat, jnanat dhyanam visishyate, dhyanat karma phala tyagam, tyagasyante ranantaram. So he's saying that the best thing is you maintain ISKCON organization, work, make money, and practice bhakti. That is not diluted. That you have to go on. But you don't pose to be a brahmachari or a sannyasi. Inside the mood is same. Like in ISKCON there are many people. But I have seen at least. There are many people and they are grostas. But they live better than a sannyasi. They are so dedicated, they are so surrendered. They want to, they give their money, they do their service, and they stay like fallen grostas, they look like. But they are outright, they are donating money without any hesitation. And they are coming and doing, like washing clothes, cooking, doing all things. And that means they are managing their job, they are managing their house, they are also doing service. And we don't have a job, we don't have, still you cannot do things properly. So who is better situated? Who is better situated? What is your name? Huh? Lordly, what is your name? Huh? Sarja. Sajjan. Sajjan. Sajjan means gentleman. And your name? Gopal Das, yeah. Achyuta Gopal. So, here it is saying, although the performer of fruitive activities desires perpetual happiness, anything a living entity is doing is just for happiness. From ant to Brahma. Yasvindra Gopa Madhavendra Mahosva Karma Bandhan Rupa Phalabhajana Matanoti Karmani Nirdahati Kintuta Bhakti Bhajam Govindam Adi Purusham Tamaham Bhajan. Right from ant to Brahma, everybody is Karmani Nirdahati Kintuta Bhakti Bhajam. Everybody is in fruitive activities. But nobody is satisfied, nobody is happy, but they are not convinced, they don't know. Like 40 years I am doing Japam, Hare Krishna. And some difference, but the determination, this will work. This will only work because it is not easy to come over modes of material nature. Not easy. We are all doing Prakrita Bhakti. Prakrita Bhakti, with our material modes we are doing Bhakti. We are not so determined, so strong. We do Bhakti. If you are in passion, you do Bhakti some kind. If you are in goodness, you do Bhakti some kind. Yeah. But not with the determination, I have to get over the three modes of material nature. Daivi yesha gunamayi mama maya durataya mame prapadyanti mayam yatam taranti. Whenever you are chanting Hare Krishna, the idea is not mechanically completing your 16 rounds. You know your weaknesses, you know your pitfalls, you know your shortcomings. Everybody is different. We all have our own mind, our constant companion. So, targeting. Why I am chanting Hare Krishna? Maybe the lust is there. To know, I have to target my lust and try to become free from that. Maybe I have some mode of ignorance, laziness. So target that. Not everybody is agitated by sense. Some people like to sleep. Our friend is there, Mr. Subramaniam. Subramaniam is there. And he likes to sleep. That's why he joined the temple, so that he can overcome his sleeping habit. If I stay in the temple, they will kick me, they will chastise me, they will pull me up. So, actually, you are supposed to join, then you are ready. But you join to improve yourself. That is because we don't have enough devotees, manage anybody and everybody. What can you do? If there are no, they say they give Brahman Diksha in the temple. They give Brahman Diksha in the temple, not that he is qualified. But there are no pujaris. All chada do, Achyut Gopal ko chada do. Kuch karta rahega. You think, it's good, I become a Brahmin. You don't consider, no, even you want to give me Brahman Diksha. There is one devotee called Agnilochan Das. Agnilochan Das, Ekadantadaya. Where is Agnilochan Das? There was a Jaipatak Maharaj, Agnilochan Das. Very senior devotee. He was almost 40 years in the movement. He was not taking Brahmin Diksha. 40 years. And whenever we go to Visakhapatnam, we stay in his house. And he takes good care. His wife will prepare such wonderful prasad. At least 10 items every time. And this guy will spend money and he will keep his house for the service of devotees. They don't see it as a burden. They think at least this service, visiting devotees, I can spend some money on them. And I can give some place or house, and we can feed them. So I said, Prabhuji, you are a nice grihastha, and why you are not taking Brahmin Diksha? There are people much less qualified than you. They have all taken Brahman Diksha. And why don't you take? And you are a very senior person, nobody will say no to you. And No, I don't think I am qualified for Brahmin Diksha. It's okay, I may not have Brahmin Diksha, I don't have to show that now I have moved forward. Many Chaupati devotees, they may be qualified for sannyas. They just want to take a low profile. It's okay. Why should we just show that I'm a sannyasi? So, thing is, one can attempt to be free from material desires, not necessarily changing the ashram. Wherever you are, in the job, you can still working on you. In the family, you can be working on you. Staying outside, visiting the temple, you can be working on you. So although the performer of fruitive activities has perpetual happiness, it is clearly observed that materialist folks are often unhappy. And only occasionally, that means very flickering happiness, most of the time struggle, most of the time agitated, most of the time planning and like that. That means without taking up devotional service, without taking up devotional, that's what we say, karma yoga, jnana yoga, dhyana yoga, because you don't understand bhakti yoga. So you want to practice dhyana, jnana, karma. But if you only practice karma or jnana or dhyana, it takes yugas. Because it's not possible. Somehow you should start chanting Hare Krishna. Be a yogi. That's why whenever we meet people, we tell them, kindly, you chant for some time, do whatever you are doing. And slowly, things happen. So that's why they are not independent or in control of their destiny. Destiny can only be changed by the mercy of Krishna. When a person is always under the superior control, so we are under the control of Vaishnavas or spiritual master, and ultimately we are under the control of Krishna through Vaishnavas, Hari, Guru, Vaishnava. We are supposed to surrender to Krishna, but we do it through Vaishnavas, through the Guru, Hari, Guru, Vaishnava. So, otherwise, we are under the control of material nature. Control is always there. Whether you are under the control of devotional service, whether you are under the control of material nature, whether you are, suppose you are in the temple, Subramanyam, if you don't become controlled by the temple authorities, then you stand nowhere, because nobody is controlling you. If you are in a job outside, you are controlled by your boss. So you take up a job and you don't go on time, you mean they cut your salary. The biometrics are there. 9 o'clock you have to put your thumb there, and you go at 9:30 and put your thumb. Immediately it is recorded, and they can cut your salary because you are supposed to put your thumb by 9 o'clock. So outside you are controlled by a material boss. Outside, college principal is there, he is seeing the lecturers. Outside bank is there, the bank manager is there, he is seeing his subordinates, they are answerable. They cannot be indifferent. You have to answer. Similarly, if you are in the temple, you should not think, I don't have to listen to Maharaj, I will only listen to this, I don't listen. That means your independent behavior is there. Just like you are here. Radhesham is not there, you have to be under me. If you are here, you are under me. I can ask you that. You should not feel bad. Who is this guy, Maharaj? I am under Radhesham Prabhu. Maharaj is asking why you have come late for Mangalarti. You should not know. Prabhupada has created a system. Either you be directly under him or wherever you go, you are under the temple setup, the temple president, the temple commander. You cannot feel hurt. Your ego should not be hurt. No, they are asking me for my good. They are asking me, why don't you be smart? Why don't you be strict with yourself in your sadhana? So we should. But devotees are so egoistic. I am visiting for 2-3 days. Why this guy is bossing us? You should not think like that. Actually, you should not give chance. Whenever you go to another temple, you should not give chance to them. Otherwise, you are bringing bad name to your Siksha Guru. And these guys, what training they are giving? They are going everywhere and doing their things at their own pace. So generally, that is Vaishnava. What can Vaishnava means? Attentive, always. You cannot be off guard anytime. The moment you are off guard, like this Maya will catch you by neck. Right? Always. So like we are there. There may not be immediately anybody on the top of me. Because there is nobody senior to me. But I should always think Prabhupada is, I'm answerable to Prabhupada. If you feel like that, all day, Prabhupada is sitting there and is watching whether my assigned duties are being taken care or not, or I'm just postponing, or I don't respond to the authority properly, then who will guide you? Offenses and not doing well, slowly we lose interest in devotional service. So now you have to answer, is it good to be a leader or good to be a subordinate? What is the answer? So we don't want to become leaders unless we are pushing our seniors. No, you have to take sannyas. No, you have to be temple president. No, you have to take up this. That means they are putting more responsibility on you so that you have more service. Your own service, they have put additional, they have made you. So that means they are saying this guy is serious. If you push him, he can come up to that level. Somewhere somebody had to push him. Prabhupada used to push his senior devotees, go and distribute books. And they were doing well. Then Prabhupada used to appreciate, oh, you have done so, because you are pushing us to go out and do it. They said that is the business of the authority. See that devotees don't become relaxed. As long as you are in this world, Lakshmi, listening now, as long as you are in this world, there is no question of relaxing. Relaxing means you are falling back. Slowly become useless again. This, that, so then ego trips and everything will work. So, devotee means is for one lifetime. This one lifetime, you be just attentive. Not only attentive in hearing, you have to be attentive in your relationships. You have to be attentive in your service. You have to be attentive in the class. You have to be attentive in the class. Everything attentive. So, when a person is always under superior control, outside world you like it or not, you have to be under the control. But in the temple, we voluntarily, I tell people when people join us, you are voluntarily accepting. It's understood the moment you join the temple, I am not independent, I am under the authority. It is not like a material authority where you are given salary or it's like, it is called what? Voluntarily. The surrender is voluntarily. So I will read the Prabhupada's purport and complete. All the materialistic persons reject Krishna consciousness and instead pursue temporary sense gratification. Even that sense gratification is often beyond their reach. If a person could really control his destiny, why should he create problems for himself? No intelligent person would impose death, old age, or disease upon himself or his loved ones. One should recognize that these unwanted miseries are forced upon one by a higher power, since we are all obviously under superior control. The atheistic philosophy, advising one simply perform fruitive activities and create a happy life, is most imperfect. So there is no point in saying there is no God, this and that. So already we are controlled by disease, old age and death. You don't want, but they are forced on you. Who is forcing? You may say whatever, but ultimately everything has a personality. Air looks impersonal. The flow of a river looks impersonal. What is flowing? But we know that behind everything there is a person. Sun God, wind God, rain God. So nothing is happening just like that. So we are all under, ultimately, Krishna is the supreme authority. Due to the influence of time, happiness and misery are created. When a woman becomes pregnant, her husband, relatives and friends eagerly await the birth of the child. As time passes and the child is born, everyone feels great happiness. But as the child grows into old age and eventually dies, the same passage of time. So in the pregnant passage of time, child takes birth, everybody becomes happy. The same thing, passage of time, person becomes old and dies. So same passage of time. One time we became happy because the child was in the womb and now she took birth. Eventually dies. The same passage of time is causing suffering. Ignorant persons vainly seek help from scientists who work feverishly and fruitlessly in their laboratories to stop death, to stop disease. So it is not wise to do more and more research to stop disease, to stop death, wasting time. If you can say, just like it is our observation, people work hard to become material happiness. But if same work hard, you do it for devotional service, everything is taken care. So that's a Prabhupada says, work feverishly, work fruitlessly in their laboratories to stop death. In modern inventions have been created to eliminate inconvenience of life, but the maintenance and production of such convenience has proven to be unbearably inconvenient. Like they have created science, and the science has gone into the hands of terrorists. Same science. And now the whole world is under security. Security, 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 security. But every human being is a threat for you. How much security you can provide? You don't know which mind is working this way. So if you could have diverted that attention to bhakti, and the people would have experienced a higher taste, and voluntarily they would like to lead a life of a gentleman. So that means all their efforts are gone down the drain. There is no safety. Can anybody say with all these big arrangements, is there any safety for anyone? No, you don't know what will happen. Now they have created guided missiles. Nobody has to come here to kill you. From America, they can kill people in Syria because the missile, it has guided and it has a range. So in that range you can kill anybody. So what is the use of your security? Everybody has this kind of things. So again, same thing. America has, India has, Japan has. You leave it and they will leave 4 on you. So, very unhappy situation.
Article was BTG. Guided missiles by misguided men.
Guided
misguided men.
We are not guided by Bhagavad Gita. So misguided men. And the man is guiding the missiles. And the man is not guided by Krishna. Everything is a problem. So, only the most foolish person will propose that there is no superior control, or that one can achieve favorable results by expert performance of material activity. Ultimately, all material activities are useless because they end in annihilation. If one is driving a car but has only limited control, this situation is most dangerous and must lead inevitably to disaster. Similarly, although we are trying to direct material body to happiness, we are not in full control of the body. Therefore, there will inevitably a disaster. As stated in Bhagavad Gita, Asrada dana purusha dharmasyasya parantapa aprapya mam nivartante mrityu samsara. So if you don't have faith in God, if you don't have faith in scriptures, if you don't have faith in the devotees, if you don't have faith in the holy name, faith in Krishna, faith in the holy name, faith in the scriptures, faith in the devotees, everything by faith. If you don't have that, he says, inevitably disaster. Those who are not faithful on the path of devotion service cannot attain me, but return to birth and death in this material world. If one is not a devotee of Lord Krishna, it is not even a devotee of Shiva or a devotee of Allah. They don't know. There is only one God. Krishna is not for Hindus. Krishna is not for Vaishnavas. Krishna is for everybody. Today only we are reading in the 14th chapter. Sarva yonishu kaunteya murtaya sambhavantiya tasam brahma mahadhyoni aham bija pradapita. So clear. Krishna is not saying I am a God for Hindus. He is not saying. He did not say I am God for human beings. Krishna did not say. He says Sarva yonishu. Not only in this material, in this earthly planet. Krishna is God all over. No? That's why he is called Vishveswara, Vishwarupa, Vishwanatha, Vishwa, the entire Jagat, Jagannatha, Jagat. I will stop here. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram,